All right, smile, you're on camera. Jeez. I won't try to spotlight you guys too much today because a lot of what I want you to do is like personal and creative and expressive. So with that, go ahead and grab something that's like smells good. If that's oils, if you have oils nearby, or if you have like a favorite perfume or a candle. I have a lit candle. Grab a cushion, grab some blankets. We're about to get sensual. Perfect. Another thing you could grab if you don't have something that's like very fragrant is like a piece of fruit. We'll squeeze. Taste. All right, we're going to begin on your back, lying flat on your back. Keep your knees bent and your feet on the mat. Yeah, there you go, mango moment. Just make sure you can like open it and like get a little juice or scent. Yeah, there you go. So if your scent isn't right next to you, I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to get right back up and grab it. Otherwise, reach out and grab it. Close your eyes. And if you can hold it in your hand, what texture does this item have that you're holding? Even if it's like a candle or something like that, can you hold it for just a second before lighting it and setting yourself on fire? Notice the weight of this item. Is it smooth? Is it cold? Warm? Is it squishy? Is it hard? Just run your finger along it. And then go ahead and take a little sniff. If it's oil, you can put it in your hand, rub your hands together. Even if it's juice, you might do the same thing to activate the oils in the juice. Notice the reaction your body has. Do your shoulders soften? Does your mouth water? Just notice the reaction. Then take this scented item off to the side. Place your hands on your low belly. Relax your face, relax your jaw. And press play on your playlist whenever you feel it's appropriate. Expand your belly with your breath. Exhale, feel your navel pull towards earth. Gravity taking over. Your abdominal muscles turning on. Relax your tongue, your face. Continue with this purposeful, expansive breath. And on the next inhale, can you take your breath all the way to the pelvic floor? All the way. So imagine your body as a balloon and you're filling up, filling up, filling up, filling up. And as if your air, your breath was water, can you let that exhale pour out of you? And again, just like water, let that breath pour in, 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 all the way down. And exhale, let it go. Washing away, releasing. Repeat to yourself, I am a sensual being. I allow myself to experience my emotions. I indulge in pleasure. My creativity flows easily. And again, I am a sensual being. I allow myself to experience my emotions. I indulge in pleasure. My creativity flows freely. Now, maybe one of those resonates a little bit more. And you can take it and sort of sink with it, if you will, further and further into the floor, into the support of the earth. From here, start to let the knees go side to side, but instead of the knees sort of just dropping in one direction, can you imagine your guts, your low belly, your low abdominals controlling this movement? So the thighs are an extension of your deep belly muscles, your deep belly organs. Perfect. Good work, friends. And you'll notice that the slower you go, the more control your belly has, the more breath awareness you'll find. And while you're here, the hands can start to get nice and familiar. Just a light graze over the hips, maybe along the thighs, up through the ribs even. You can trace the fingers along one arm, all the way up the shoulder, across the collarbone, down the side of the ribs. And then we can find it on the other side. Think of this as a loving, warm experience to familiarize yourself with yourself, to familiarize yourself with your own loving touch. This love that you offer to other people, maybe not always in a physical way, but in an emotional, supportive way. Can we bring it in? Can we cultivate it here and express it through this personal caress? This sort of, I've got you sensation. And then let the legs slow down Let the knees turn open, let the feet come together, and then take the hands to the insides of the thighs. Deep breath in, roll the shoulders up towards the ears. Stick out your tongue, give me a soft lion's breath. Go. Good, draw the shoulders down towards the hips and then back up towards the ears. Let's find that breath 2 more times. Inhale. Stick out the tongue, go. Perfect, friends. Last one. Inhale. Roll through the shoulders. Tongue out. Maybe some noise. Rock your head side to side. Reach your arms out like a T. Cactus the arms. Perfect. And take a deep breath in through your nose. A little shh on the exhale. 2 more. Shh. Navel to spine. Last one. Shh. Good. Can you visualize a warm orange glow permeating from the low belly, below the navel, and starting to sort of vibrate and glow like a candle all the way to the rest of your body in a sort of pulsating manner? Let your breath be the guiding force here. This is your essence. This is what we can personify as your essence coming through. Your creative essence, your sensual nature. And yes, this chakra can ask us to, be sensual, be sexual, might be a little awkward at times, but give yourself permission to not stray from this innate nature that is within you. Exhale, let's take the knees to one direction. Come through fetal pose. Fetal pose. Whichever side you're on, use that bottom arm as a pillow here. Perfect. And then the top arm is going to slide to the hip. Start to reach the hand forward, all the way up and behind. Turn the palm open to the sky. Give me 3 more just like this. Take your time. You might even try to trace the floor. Doesn't have to be straight, right, or wrong. There's no good or bad here. There only is what works for you. Last 2. Last one. The next time that hand meets the floor in front of you, let's push it up. Good work. We're coming into a seat. Don't bring the feet in. Just keep the legs wide. And we want little windshield wiper here of the thighs. Easy spine. Draw the chin slightly down. And then take the hands behind you. Keep it going. But start to, like a cat when they're like kneading dough, do that to the mat behind you. Yeah, good. It's almost like you're pushing off of one wrist, followed by the next. For 2. Pause that breath, bring it in. Shoulders soft, jaw soft. And for 1, cross the ankles. We have our blanket underneath, hopefully, or some sort of cushion. If not, we can double fold the mat under the knees. Take the knees wider than the hips, the wrists wider than the shoulders. And start to swivel the hips for a circle. It can be tiny circles, It can be huge, overarching circles, dropping the hips all the way down, taking them back towards the heels, moving slow. Relax the jaw, the face. Eyes can be open or closed. Beautiful, Kristen. Yes. Lovely, Autumn. All right, give me 3 more in this direction before we start to switch it out, okay? Last one. When you come through the front, just make a little brief pause before you switch directions here. This chakra is the house, the home for your emotions, for your relationships, for your creativity. And if it's blocked, if we're stifled in this area, we can experience a lack of self-esteem. We can experience depression. Let's find one last circle. So we try to gently open and dust off this area with sensual movement, creative expression, and an awareness of your body. Because ultimately, this body is a gift to the mind. The body is a gift to the mind because it's a sensual body. Your body is a sensual body. That's why you have all of these beautiful senses: taste, touch, sound. Roll out the shoulders. And then start to find cat and cow. So arch the spine, give me a little shh. And tilt the pelvis forward, reach through the heart, stretch that belly. Exhale, dome the upper back, chin towards voice box. For the next 10 breaths or so, I want you to continue with cat-cow, but I really want you to give yourself permission to explore. So circles, side bends, figure 8 shoulders. Check out what's going on in there. Your body is a gift to your mind, to your soul. And when we start to treat our body less like a home and more like an enemy, that's when things start to get fuzzy. Go off, Autumn. Yes, ma'am. Beautiful, Alana. Beautiful work, my friend. And just as your hearing is a sensation, your voice is a sensation. Kind of goes hand in hand. If you're shying away from your voice, that's another part of your senses, I consider it to be. So maybe it starts with just an easy hum, or maybe you're full on growling over there. Whatever your comfort zone is today, I understand. But it's fun to sort of dance around the edge and push yourself past the comfort zone. Because on the other side of your comfort zone is a whole new world. Yeah. All right, From here, we're starting to slow it down. Got about 2 to 3 more breaths or growls. Open the heart. Exactly. And then we'll start to crawl it into puppy pose. Keep it soft. So don't try to go to your fullest flexibility today in poses. I want you to remain present, capable of your breath, capable of movement within poses. So forearms down, forehead down, and we can still keep it rocking side to side. And then start to pull your heart through and forward, sink the hips down. All right, so here's where we're really connecting to sacral chakra. It's that area below the navel, above the pubis. So if you can think about drawing that down towards earth, opening the heart forward, maybe it helps to bend the knees a bit and rock the legs side to side. Maybe you can find it without doing that. Rock it, massage it, open it up. For babies, this is called tummy time. And it's essential. It's essential to opening the front belly, to getting that feedback from the floor, breathing into the floor. And just notice if the shoulders are crouching into the ears. Can you draw them wide? Can you lift the heart? From here, walk your hands out as wide as you can. Seal pose, seal pose. Lift off as much as you can from the front body. 2, press down with the pinky toes. 1, float the feet, float the hands. Push the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes down, dog, push it up. Keep this sense of rocking, swaying as you walk towards the top of your mat. From here, knees are nice and bent. Put the weight into the right foot and into the left. Sway side to side. Blocks can be a great tool underneath your hands. Lovely. Let that head be so heavy. Really good. Give me 4. 3. 2. Maybe for sound, you just repeat your mantra, I'm a sensual being. I allow my creativity to flow freely. I indulge in pleasure. My body is a gift. My body is a gift. Walk the feet a little closer in, catch opposite elbows if you haven't already. Let's start to roll up to standing. All right, so here we open up the arms, sort of let them come off to the side, and keep the knees bent as we sway side to side here. Really no right or wrong, we're just swaying, putting the weight into the right foot, into the left. Maybe you take the hands to the hips. And then we take it around for a big circle. So it does help me personally to separate my feet wider for a big circle. It helps to keep your hands out of the way. You can bring it to the head here, the hips. 3 breaths. Perfect. Yeah, get it, Darren. Yes. Last one. Let's go the other direction. Exhale. Got about 3 more. Placing weight into the other foot, exposing the soles of the feet. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, reach the arms up as if you were like cracking an egg over your head. You're going to take the hands, slide them down, and then fold into it. And then let's find that 3 more times. Inhale, roll up, reach the arms as high as you can. Exhale, we find that little cracking egg, forward fold. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, slide the hands down, forward fold. From forward fold, go ahead and step your left leg back. Left knee comes down, we rock. Rock it front to back. And then rock it side to side. And you might even think about just swiveling the hips in a circular motion, doing your best. Perfect. So we've got that right leg out. Yeah. Good work, friends. Absolutely. 3, 2, 1. Pull the hips all the way back. Peel the toes toward your face. Try to walk the hands as wide as you can. Maybe float the hands for a second. Bow the head. Amazing. Rebend into that front knee. Pick up the back leg. Let's spin the hip open here for a second. Side angle. Lift that top arm to the sky. So back heel is down. Exactly. We're pinning the knee and the arm together. And then just take that hand behind you for a soft bind. Look up at the sky, 2. And 1. Left hand comes down, left knee comes down. Sweep that right leg long to the back of the mat. Reach the right arm up and over. Stretch, arch the belly, arch all the way through. 2. And 1, reach the arm back up to the sky. Right hand comes back to the earth. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out for 10. For 5. Nice, Kristen. Spread those fingers for me a little more. Absolutely. Strong, straight arms. 2. And 1. Let's travel to the top of your mat. Slow, sultry strut to the top of the mat. Good. Forward fold. Pour out of the hips. Little sway side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hang so heavy. Exhale, roll up to standing. Take the hips side to side. Circle it out. 3, 2, 1. Switch the circles. 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms up. Go back this time a bit. Think upper heart back bend. 2, 1. Exhale. Hands crack on the head. Try to remain in your back bend as you forward fold. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, come up halfway. Fold. Inhale, come up all the way. Hands reach up. Exhale, crack the egg. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, straight back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Crack the egg. Exhale, fold. Step your right leg back. Exactly. Lower that knee to the earth. We start to rock it front to back here in your lunge. And then we take it sort of side to side, or if it helps to visualize circular movements, we make it circles. You don't need a big wide stance between the feet here. Don't think this is for flexibility. This is for mobility. This is for fluidity. Two. And one. Now pull those hips back, that left hip back, toes to your face. Walk your hands out as far as you can. Maybe even float the fingertips for a moment as you fold head to floor. Good. Rebend into that front knee. Pick up the back leg. Spin the back heel down, right arm to the sky, side angle. Flip the hand down, maybe roll the shoulder head out of the ear. Lift the head, and then lift the gaze up to the sky. How's that breath? Reach the arm up, plant that right hand down, bring the right knee down, send the left leg long to the back of your mat. Top arm swoops up, overhead. Big rainbow through the side ribs here. Arch the side waist. You can circle out the arm. And we come back to tabletop pose. Open your knees wide. Bring the toes together, sink the hips back, child's pose. Get rest. As we focus on this area, just notice any stories you've been telling yourself about your sensuality, about your self-expression. Has your story been nice? Have you been good to yourself? Or have you been doubtful, even incorrect? You are fully creative, fully worthy, fully powerful, fully sensual. When we shy away from that innate nature, when we hide ourselves, when you start to dig yourself deep into a creative, sensual hole, away from that true instinct, we start to do a disservice. We start to ruin our relationship with ourselves. It's okay. It's natural. It's normal. This world is hard. It beats us up. It tells us to not be sensual. It tells us to hide that part of ourselves, to be ashamed of it. Give yourself permission to feel. Inhale. Sigh it out. 2 more just like that. Last one. One more reminder before we move on. Sensuality is not always supposed to feel good. So just because it doesn't feel good doesn't mean it's sensuality. Presence, patience, all of that comes in the same package as your sensuality. It's come to sit back on your heels. So crawl yourself up and back. Slide the hands along the thighs. Take the hands to your hips, start to sit and stand up. So we lift the hips forward, elbows behind, hands together. Lift the upper back, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Press down through the feet, 3 breaths here. Exhale, let's start to bend and hinge the hips once again. Sit back on the heels, reach the arms out in front. Prayer hands. Take it up and overhead, take the thumbs to the mid back. Try to push your head into the arms, opening up a little bit more here. 2, 1. Stand back up and tall, open the arms up. Tuck the toes, maybe we can catch the ankles or the glutes again. Careful of your neck, try not to just let it go. We want a nice long neck. We want your hips forward, your heart up. All right, in one big breath, we're gonna lift up, 2 and 1. Hands to prayer, untuck the toes, sit back onto the heels. Bring the feet together, come to the left side for mermaid stretch. We reach up and over to the right. Catch the back of your skull, open the chest to the sky, look up. Exhale, start to round that elbow forward. As the hand comes to the earth in front of you, let's switch the hips. Swoop the opposite arm up, side body stretch. Catch your head, spin your heart up to the sky. Start to round it forward and through. Hands come back to the earth. Crawl yourself forward onto hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Right foot to center, left leg sweeps up to the sky. Bend the knee, open your hip. Start to circle, swivel. Whatever kind of movement through that top leg feels right for you today. From here, can you bend into the right leg? Can you come onto the fingertips of your left hand? And shift the weight more to the right hand and the right foot. Push the front of the mat away, but magnetize the fingertips and the back foot towards one another for 3, 2, exhale, 1. Bring that knee towards your nose. Step it outside of that left hand. Big lunge here. Bring the heart forward and through. Shift the weight forward and back. Yeah, really good work. 3, 2, And one, start to tip forward, lift the back leg. We've got standing needle here. Let the head go heavy. Bend into the top leg, open the hip here even. Lift your heart forward. Straighten that back leg. We have warrior three. And then reestablish that foot onto the floor. Let's stand up for a lunge. From here, hands to hips, roll the shoulders. Yeah, good. And you can get a little bit of a movement in the legs, little pulsing, rocking, or stillness is fine. Reach the arms forward and through, all the way up. Crack the egg, slide down. Inhale forward and through. Crack the egg. Exactly. Nice work. Let's spin it all the way open into wide-legged pose. Toes to the right edge of the mat. Hands come to the low back. Lift up. Exhale, turn the toes in, wide-legged fold. Let your head get so heavy, and then start to sway left and right. Bend into one knee and the next. Perfect. And then let's carry this into a lunge towards the back of your mat. Dip the knee, lift the heart. Exhale, zip it back up through the wide legs. And then to the front of the mat. Inhale, lunge, lift. Exhale. And let's go for a few rounds of this. Trying to find this sense of grounding through the feet. This airy quality in the hips. In the heart. Yeah, Bella, good work. For 3. 2. And 1, we'll land to the top of the mat in your lunge. Right hand down. We spin and squeeze the thighs together. So think side angle, but don't go there all the way. Just squeeze the thighs together. And then lower the right hip all the way down. Lower down onto the right forearm. Heel toe that foot towards the middle of the mat and push the thigh away for 3. Draw the thigh bones together, 2. And 1, lengthen that leg long. From here, try to drop the ribs down and then lift the heart up for 2. And 1, now we lift the ribs, everything off the mat, hips off the mat, forearm side plank, 2 breaths here. Charge up the belly, yeah. Lower back down, come through, supinated, belly to the floor, lift the legs, 2. And 1, push back, downward facing dog. Stick out that tongue, lovely. Just give yourself about 3 to 5 breaths here. Beautiful work. All right, left foot to center, right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip, find as many different variations of that leg as you can. Good work. Darren and Alana looking awesome. Nice, Autumn. And then try to get that leg as high as you can, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Knee to the sky, knee to the sky. Yeah. And then we're coming onto the right fingertips. shifting the weight all the way into the left side body. But think about drawing the back foot and the right fingertips together, like they're magnetizing together. Yeah, it's this energetic pull for 3, 2, and 1. Start to shift that knee down and through towards your nose. Step it between or outside, really, of your right hand. Gives us this nice deep lunge. So from here in your lunge, you can continue to find little movement. We're staying up, lifted and high, front to back. And then we'll find standing needle, hands forward, leg to the sky. Draw the head nice and low, little yes and no here. Good, inhale, lift the heart, flex the back foot, warrior 3, trying to get the heart and the heel in one line. Oof. Beautiful work. Let's reestablish into a high lunge here. So stand tall, bend into the front knee. Now again, just a little bit of movement in the legs. Reach the arms forward, up and overhead. Exhale, crack the egg. Energy washes over you. Straighten the front leg, spin open into wide legs. Reach those arms all the way up and overhead. And exhale, we start to find a deep fold, deep fold. A little bit of free time here. You can interlace hands, you can sway side to side. Bend the knees, walk your hands behind the heels. You can find little shakes, dancing. Take the right hand below the face, the left arm to the sky for a twist. All sorts of options. And then we carried it to a lunge at the back of the mat. Dip the hips down. Exhale, all the way to the front. Try to take up space, be wide, be strong, be soft, yet strong. Good, go for 2 more. Yes, good work, my friends, amazing. Beautiful. Let's land all the way to the top of the mat in your lunge. We sink the hips down nice and low. Start to spin over to the left side. We squeeze the thighs together. Heel to the right foot all the way to the middle. Settle the left hip down. Right hand onto the thigh, push it open for 3, 2, and 1. Let the ribs sink in towards the floor. Opening, opening, opening. Stack the feet. And then zip those ribs up, forearm side plank. Lovely. Let's lower the hips back down. Lower the belly back down. Last little back bend here. Lift the legs, lift the shoulders, the elbows, everything together. And push it back. Tabletop pose. Walk your knees forward. Cross the ankles and come to a seat. Open the legs wide. And again, we find this windshield wipering of the thighs. Some breath go. Lower all the way onto the forearms. Here's where it gets tricky. Feet close in. Either lift the hips from here, or maybe we try legs all the way long. Lift the hips from here for 3. And maybe it's easier on your hands. That's okay if you choose that route. Maybe it's harder. 2. Woo! 1, good work. Lower back down. Reach the arms forward. Roll onto your back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms out long. Rock the head side to side. Knees come into chest. Open the knees so wide, kick the toes, catch ankles or calves or feet. Happy baby. Rock to one side and just hang out here for a moment. And then take it to the other. And hang out here. Point, flex the feet, roll the ankles. Now we can find your rhythm. Rock a baby by, rock-a-bye baby. Left to right about 5 to 6 to even 10 times, depending on your speed. You could try straightening one leg. Good, last few breaths. Last one. Excellent. Let's bring the knees to center. Straighten your legs all the way to the sky. Flex the feet to your face. Take your hands to your low belly. Roll the shoulder heads under your chest. Point through the toes, flex. Then start to take alternating circles through the feet. Slide the hands next to your hips, maybe even underneath a little bit. And we take 4 roll-ups to the sky. Lift the hips. Tap the toes to the ceiling. 2. And 1. Feet to the mat, knees bent, just how we began class. Knees out, feet together. Hands to the low belly. I am a sensual being. I allow my creativity to flow freely. I indulge in pleasure. I give myself freedom to express and experience my emotions. Hands come below your skull like you're lounging on the beach. Take the legs all the way to one side. for a little twist here. And slide the feet back through center, take it to the other side. And feet back to center. Bridge pose, head to the earth, rock the tail all the way up, scoop the low belly. Exhale, roll it back down. Now, we're finding about 6 to 8 of these. You do not have to go very far. I really want you to focus on one bone at a time, lowering down. Little rocking, lifting, exhale, rolling. Don't forget to let sound, breath escape. Life force, energy. Good, Kristen, beautiful. Last 2. Last one lifts you all the way up into your fullest bridge expression. Shimmy the shoulders out of the ears, push the head down, lift the hips for 3, 2, exhale, let's lower all the way for 1. The ways we can take Shavasana today, you can do legs up the wall. If you want, you can get an extra pigeon in. It's not necessary today. We didn't do too much with the hips, but I understand wanting it for yourself. We can go arms long, legs long, or we can place a little rolled up blanket right below the tail here. It's not the most comfortable position, but it is a really amazing feeling. So basically where a block would go if you were supporting the low back, same situation, and then straighten the legs out. Yeah. And before we fully rest, take one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Remind yourself from root chakra that you are safe. You are supported. You are at ease. And because of that, you are allowed to express your emotion. You are allowed to express your desires. You are allowed to connect to other people. Open up, take up space. Let be what will be. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it away. In order to love who you truly are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. I know that they're not the most favorable all the time, these life experiences that shape us. But we must embrace what we've been through in order to appreciate all that we are today. Strong, capable, beautiful, sensual, connected, creative. Rock your head side to side. Hug your knees into your chest. If you remember what side you were on for fetal pose before, let's take it to the other. And then take that top arm and start to bring it around for circles. Yeah, perfect. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that hand push you up into a seat. Our hand mudra for today is very similar to the last time. So again, we stack the hands, but this time we bring the thumbs up and we make sort of like a circle. And then let this rest right below your navel. V-A-M, VUM. Deep breath in. VUM. 2 more. Inhale. VUM. Last one. Thank you for joining. Remember that you are a sensual being by nature. Do not fear that aspect of yourself. Take your hands to prayer, third eye. I see you. I love you. Namaste. I think Bella's favorite chakra is sacral chakra. Another little tidbit for today, since you're all in it, you can put on a good song you really like that gets you moving. You know, close your eyes and just do some self-expressive dance, just for one song or maybe 2 or 3, and that'll help you really like loosen into it as well. So without any eyes on you, even mine. Thank you so much, friends. You did great today. I know, you want to play, I know.
Yeah.